Hi. Okay, so yesterday we took a look at how we could estimate the differences. And remember we said estimate means that we either round or we use compatible numbers. And sometimes they're going to give us the choice and sometimes they're going to tell us exactly what they want us to do. So on this first sheet, I want you to kind of just follow along. Ready? If we take 78 minus 47, we could use compatible numbers. That's what they want us to use, compatible numbers. So 78, if we think about it, is close to 75, and 47 is close to 50. And 75 minus 50 is 25. So the estimate for 78 minus 47 is 25. Now it's not the exact answer, it's the estimate. Just like we did when we were finding the estimate of sums, we're going to find the estimate of the difference. And the difference is when we subtract. So the answer when we subtract is called the difference. The answer when we add is called the sum. But the answer when we subtract, just like we did yesterday, is the difference. All right. The other way we can do it is to round. Okay. And so for this problem, they're asking us to look at 687 minus 516. Well, 687 rounded to the nearest 100. If we look next door, the 8 tells us to round up, so it's rounded to 700. And 516 rounded to the nearest 100 is rounded to 500. So 700 minus 500 is 200. So the estimate for 687 minus 516 is 200. That's the estimate. It's not the exact, it's the estimate. About how many? Okay, so on this sheet, all you have to do for these 6 problems is find the estimate. It says round using rounding or compatible numbers. So you get to choose. Do you want to round or use compatible numbers? So for this one, what pops out at you? Now for me, remember I've told you before, rounding just to me is just, that's what pops out in my brain. But remember we've talked about like people like Peter? Peter, like he really likes compatible numbers. So it might be compatible numbers. In this one, we can round to the nearest 10, or we can find compatible numbers. In this one, we can round to the nearest 10, we could round to the nearest 100, or we could find compatible numbers. So there would be 3 different answers for this one. Same as in this one. We could round the nearest 100, so it would be 500 minus 200. We could use we could round to the nearest 10, so it would be 520 minus 250. Or we could use compatible numbers, 500 minus 250. So do you see how each one we can get a different answer? So when you print this out, I want you, or you could write on a separate piece of paper, I want you to write one way. You only have to choose one way to do it. Either round or use compatible numbers. And when you round, if it's a 3-digit number, you get to choose round to the nearest 100 or round to the nearest 10. Okay, so these are going to be practice from yesterday. These 6 problems, practice from yesterday. So that you're ready for the next one. Okay. Charlie has a pair of pants with 6 different pockets labeled A to F. A, B, C, D, E, F. Each pocket has a card for a number of coins inside. The list shows the number hidden in each pocket. Look at how many coins he has. That must be a heavy pair of pants, don't you think? Okay. So for 1 through 6, we need to take the number in the pocket and subtract another number in a different pocket. So we have to pay really close attention. I think working on a separate sheet of paper would be a great idea. Okay, so we're going to work pocket E minus pocket B. So pocket E would be 782 minus pocket B, 147. Now, estimate, not exact answer. So pocket E would be rounded to, if I round the nearest 100, 800. Pocket B would be rounded to 100. So 800 minus 100 700. But I could round to the nearest 10, or I could find compatible numbers. Okay, so you decide. You can rewrite these on a separate piece of paper instead of printing it out, because that will probably save your printer some valuable, juicy ink like we talk about when we use our dry erase markers, right? So rewrite the numbers, make sure that you are stacking them on top of each other, and estimate the difference. Okay, and then give your brain a stretch. See if you can figure out these numbers 7 and 8. Okie doke. All right, have fun today. We miss you. Bye.